Hello guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be talking about Colourpop's recent Ice Cream Bites collection. They did release 6 eyeshadow quads in this collection, but I did get 4 out of these 6 in PR. And we're mainly going to focus on the 3 looks in today's video, but I do just want to give you some context and a little review on the little palettes. So with that being said, if you guys are interested in my thoughts and seeing swatches, comparisons, and of course the 3 looks, then please continue watching. Alright, so like I just mentioned, there are 6 quads and I did get sent 4 of these in PR. So the 4 palettes I do have, the one I'm currently wearing is called Funday Sunday, which is the pink and the yellow quad. And then we have Extra Toppings, which is the pink quad. And then here we have Triple Scoop, which is the orange warm tone quad. And then lastly, I got the Rainbow Sprinkles quad, which is all filled with pressed glitters. So I pretty much did a look on each of these palettes here, and then I used the pressed glitter palette as like a topper in each of the looks. So that's how this video is breaking down. But like I said, I just want to mainly focus on the 3 looks, so I'm just going to quickly breeze through my little review and my initial thoughts. So my first impression on these, honestly, when I see little quads, I'm really not that excited for them, just because they do feel very repetitive, and if you do have a lot of Colourpop palettes, I really don't think these are really necessary, because they are kind of just like a quad version of a bigger palette for a more expensive price, because these are $9 US, and if you were to get like a 12 pan, for example, I believe it's like $14 now, which is, you know, $5 more, and you get way more shades. I think, you know, if you are balancing out the value, the bigger palettes are greater value. But I do know that some people don't want a bigger palette, they only need like a couple of brighter colors, and this definitely would cater to you. But if you're someone that does have a lot of Colourpop palettes, then I'll show you guys my comparisons and you can see what these compare to. But none of these shades in here really are like so unique. The color combos are not really unique either, but in saying that, I really did enjoy playing around with these palettes. I mean, I enjoy playing around with makeup in general, so like I always have fun. I would say the most like unique one, and the one that I find, you know, worth to get, is the Rainbow Sprinkles one, which is the one with all the pressed glitters. And the reason why I think this is such a good idea, and I love how it's in a quad, and this makes a lot of sense, is because if you don't love pressed glitters but you just want to try it, or you just want a couple, you literally only need this quad and you'll be good forever. I think there is a fairly good range. I think they could have done like a different pink and purple. Maybe they could have added different color here, but nonetheless, I think you do get a good range. I feel like you have all the pressed glitters you could ever need in this little quad, and I think for $9 that's definitely worth it. And then you could pair this with any of your other palettes and you just have this quad, and it's nice and small and compact. Like I can see myself like definitely using this and just keeping it in my top drawer, you know, like just having it on hand. I think this one was a good idea. So now I'll start playing the clips of my looks, and then after each look I'll show you the corresponding comparisons and we'll work through the video like that. So let's go ahead and get started with the first look. I hope you guys will enjoy it. So to get started with the Triple Scoop quad, I'm first going to take the shade Orange Sherbet, and this is going to be our base slash transition shadow. It's a color that you're mainly going to see throughout the eye look, so we're just going to take that on a really big fluffy blending brush and work that straight into our crease using windshield wiping motions. In the pan it does look a little bit deeper, but if you just take a little bit on your brush, you can definitely make this look a little bit lighter and more shared out. So that's what I'm exactly doing. I'm not taking too much product onto onto my brush because I do just want like a light transitional base overall color. So we're just going to sweep that onto our lids as well, and then also taking this onto our lower lash line, really blowing this out there. Next, I'm going to take a mixture of the two metallics, French Vanilla and Parlor Coral, and I'm just going to place this right at the center of my eyes. I couldn't decide which metallic I wanted to use, so I just mixed both of them and apply that right at the center to create this beautiful halo eye effect. I also take this onto the lower lash line at the center as well, just to align the halo eye and make it look cohesive. And then I also take this into my inner corners as well to highlight that area. Then going into the Rainbow Sprinkles quad, I'm taking the shade Yes Please. This is the sort of yellowy gold glitter, and I think it complements the metallic shadows really well and overall just this eye look. But we're going to place this right on top of the metallics, so wherever the metallics went, this is just going to sprinkle some glitters on top. So in the center of our eyes, on our lower lash line, also at the inner corners as well. From time to time, I really do love a good glitter, and I think it just adds a lot more dimension to the eye look, which this definitely did. Moving back into the triple scoop quad, I'm just taking the shade Gelato Magnetic, and I'm gonna use this to create my wing, and it's just gonna be a wing focused at the outer edge. I don't take too much in towards the inner corners. And once the wing is done, I'm just gonna go ahead and pop on my false lashes. Today I'm wearing Hannah from Petite Cosmetics. And then this is the completed look using the triple scoop quad. I really love how this look turned out. I'm a sucker for warm tone, so I really vibe with this eye look. I love the glitters as well. It just adds a lot more dimension, and I feel like glitters just make your eyes look very girly and very pretty. So I love how this look turned out, and I hope you guys like this first look as well. So now moving into the extra toppings quad, I'm starting off with the shade Extra Cherries, and this is going to be our transition shadow. So I'm just going to work that straight into my crease using windshield wiping motions like always. We're just going to blow this out all the way up to our brow bone, also towards the outer corners. I'm also going to take this shadow onto my lower lash line as well, just diffusing this all over the lower lash just to have a base color going. Next, I'm going into the shade Chocolate Drizzle, and we're going to start packing this one on at the outer corners of our eyes just to really get some depth there first, and then I'll start slowly blending that up into the crease. But we mainly just want to focus this at the outer corners, and then we're also going to take this onto our lower lash line as well, but again just only at the outer corners, and making sure at the outer corner point we are connecting the shadow, so that way the whole eye look can be more cohesive. Next, going into the shade Top Off, I'm going to apply this to the inner third of my lid space. We are again just diffusing this shadow out and just blowing it past the crease. I want this to be nice and diffused and very glam and sultry. And then lastly, from this quad, taking a Toasted Marshmallow, we're going to use this to highlight our inner corners, but also the inner third of our lower lash line. I feel like just highlighting this region gives you more of like a cutesy, youthful look. So then we're just going to move into the Rainbow Sprinkle quad, and I'm going to take the pressed glitter in Candy Coated, and I'm just going to apply that right on top of the inner corner highlight, but mainly on the lower lash line at the inner third, again just to get that youthful doll eye shape going. And then just to complete the look, I'm taking my brown liquid liner to map out my wing, and then I'll go in with a dark purple eyeshadow and smudge that brown liner out to create a smoky wing. And then of course just popping on my false lashes. Today I'm wearing Honey from Petite Cosmetics. And this, you guys, is the final look for the extra toppings quad. I love how it turned out. I love wearing pink, so this look is definitely up my alley. And the whole vibe just kind of gives me Neapolitan ice cream with the brown and the pink and then the light in the corner. So I feel like it's a very fitting eye look for this collection. And I really do love how it turned out, so I hope you guys like it too. And now onto the final quad, Sunday Funday. I'm gonna first start off with the shade Strawberry Sorbet, and we're gonna focus this mainly at the outer corners of our eyes in the crease area. Still taking this on a big fluffy blending brush, but just making sure we are focusing it more to the middle and outer half of our eyes. But we're gonna take that same shadow onto our lower lash line, but we're just gonna sweep that from the outer corner right to the inner corner, just diffusing the shadow out and making sure at the outer corner point we are connecting the shadows. Next up, taking the shade Pint to Go, I'm gonna focus this at the inner third of my eyes, taking this on a smaller blending brush, and we're just gonna use circular and stamping motions to get this blended out into the inner corners and also into that inner crease area. And when the yellow and the pink meets in the middle, it is going to create this very soft orange. Then we're gonna take You Got Syrup, and we're just gonna focus this mainly on top of the pink at the outer corner and a little bit into the middle. This is just going to give the eyes a little bit more dimension since we aren't using any other shimmers or metallics on the lids. And then lastly, from this quad, we're taking the shade Banana Split, and we're going to use this to highlight our inner corners and also the inner third of our lower lash line. And then I'm just going to go into the Rainbow Sprinkles quad, taking the pressed glitter in Sugar Ice, and I'm just going to place that right on top of that inner corner highlight. This is just going to give the inner corners more highlight, more dimension. So now I'm just going to go in with a dark purple eyeshadow to create my usual smoky wing, and then I will pop on my false lashes. Today I'm wearing the Boudoir Lights from House of Lashes. And this, you guys, is the final look for the Sunday Funday quad. I think this look out of the three would have to be my favorite. I love how the eyeshadows turned out. I feel like it's super summery and bright, but also very cutesy and youthful at the same time. And with those vibes on the eyes, it allowed me to create this very cute hairstyle, and I just really love how this hair look. I'm not usually good with hair, so when I do play around with different styles and it turns out okay, I'm really happy. I just think the accessories and the hair suits the makeup really well, so I hope you guys enjoyed this final look as well. And that, you guys, was my 3 looks using some of these ice cream quads. I would love to know what you guys think down below. Which look was your favorite out of the 3? Let me know down below. I'm curious to hear your thoughts. And if you guys did enjoy this video and you found it helpful, if you could, please give it a thumbs up for me. I would appreciate it so much. And with that being said, it is going to conclude today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching as always. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!